Welcome back to Realm of Rolls. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you're following or subscribed wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can find us on Patreon, where you can access behind-the-scenes content. You can also join our Discord to chat with us, talk theories, and keep up with campaign news. Links to both are in the episode bio. With that said, there are places in the world where destiny arrives with thunder and prophecy. Arlant is not one of them. Here, destiny usually arrives over a mid-morning drink. In the Cradle of Secrets, fortunes are made over maps and tankards, lost to the jungle before nightfall, and whispered about in corners where historians trade secrets like currency. Every job sounds simple. Every expedition begins with confidence, and almost none of them end that way. Because on Arlant, the jungle does not care about your confidence. It does not care about your contracts, your coin, or your carefully researched maps. Sometimes it's as simple as who happens to be sitting at the same table. A half-orc barbarian, a gnome sorcerer, and a halfling monk walk into a bar. But there's no punchline to follow, just episode 1, Cocktails, Quests and Pests. The Casca Coconuts is one of Arlant's most famous establishments. Nestled away from the hustle and bustle of the harbour, it's surrounded by tall, lazily sloping palm trees and features breathtaking sea views. The building itself is squarish and blocky, with another smaller squarish floor above. An overhanging terrace provides a comfortable space for light conversation, the balcony rails threaded with pink, red and orange coloured exotic flowers. Arched windows and doorways somewhat soften the feel of the building, and the palm reed thatched roof rustles cheerfully in the gentle salt-laced breeze. You sit around a round wooden table, perched atop squat, rotund barrels. The mid-morning sun is strong and filters through the gaps in the tiki-style umbrellas that shade each table. The lazy offshore breeze wanders through your vicinity, providing brief reprieve from the tropic temperatures. In front of you sits the remains of a mid-morning snack and part-drained tankards of pina colada, cheerfully coloured cocktail umbrellas having been poked into the gaps between the table planks with childlike enthusiasm. The tavern is characteristically quiet for this time in the day, the more rowdy patrons absent until the early evening. You can see a few customers sat inside at the bar and a couple of other groups clustered around tables at a respectable distance. Is there anything kind of personally that your characters would wish to do at this moment in time?
I think Gono would simply be kicking back, enjoying this nice bit of quiet time and making the most of the drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Herbert would also just be just sitting on his barrel, which is slightly straining under his weight, probably. He's not overly tall, he's about 5'7", but, you know, being a half-orc, but it is a barrel. It's probably creaking under him.
Okay.
Ernest is enjoying the slightly shorter squat barrels because his feet can touch the floor, which is quite a novelty most of the time for him. And he's sat there, he's very frugally sipping his pina colada. He doesn't partake in too much drinking, but he's just pondering on some of his research and his studies.
Okay. So, as you finish supping on your drinks and polish off the last remaining crumbs of your meal, grilled prawns and mixed seafood most likely, you notice a large figure with a mane of copper hair approaching. The half-orc is easily recognisable as Marlowe Thatch, your prospective employer and well-respected local historian and scholar. Apologies for the delay. I'm usually quite punctual. A round on me for my indiscretion. Marlowe signals with one large hand towards a young gnomish woman who appears to be tending the bar. Shortly, another round of pina coladas are deposited at your table, and Marlowe tips the gnome generously. With one great swill, he drains the majority of the tankard's contents, letting out a refreshed sigh, and gently places the wooden vessel back onto the table. Thank you kindly for agreeing to listen to my offer. I very much do hope that you will accept. As you know, I'm a historian, and a bloody good one at that, if I do say so myself. However, what I am not is the outdoorsy type. After saying this, Marlowe leans backwards and glances fervently around the assorted clientele. Would everyone like to make me a perception check, please?
God, here we
And that's how we're going to lead things off. Okay.
Okay, that would be a 10 plus 3, which is a 13 all in for just Herbert.
Okay.
Yeah. Ernest has rolled a 6 with a +2 to it, so that will be an 8.
Excellent.
And Goner has rolled a natural 20
Hey!
with a +1 for 21.
Nice. Okay.
I'll have those dice back.
These ones aren't even yours. I've picked up a different set for today.
Stunning.
Okay, so Goner. As Barlow looks around, you too take a quick glance around the tavern. From looking around, there aren't many people there. However, with a 21,
Yeah.
with a 21, you catch sight of a suspicious-looking individual. He is wearing a dark cloak, and it's actually incredibly difficult to see him. He is almost blended in perfectly in the dark corner of the tavern itself. And he is looking entirely too interested in the conversation.
Marlowe, there's some. I think there's someone watching. I'm pretty sure there's someone watching. You see over there? And she'll just point very, very clearly at where this person's watching us from.
Yes, I see. Marlowe, following your finger, looks to the man. And there almost appears to be a short, non-verbal exchange between the two. It's something very, very subtle. And as soon as eye contact is broken, the man leaves a coin on the bar and leaves.
Well, that was very strange.
Looking around once more, taking a quick glance this time, Marlowe turns his full attention back to you. He leans in close, scooting his barrel forwards with a slight scraping over the cobbles. And it again creaks much like you, Herbert. It creaks quite ominously because he is a big half-orc. He's 6'2". He is a big half-orc, and his barrel is straining. Leans in towards you, and in a hushed tone, begins to speak. Meanwhile, pulling pieces of parchment from a scroll case that he's had sequestered away on the inside of his jacket. I've come into the possession of a map. A map that I believe leads to the very heart of this island. From my research, I believe that this... Marlowe points to a faded sketch of what appears to be a temple. This big, chunky finger stained with ink. The paper has clearly sustained some damage. It's got tears, there are creases, and there is severe fading. It's barely legible, even in the strong light. It's a structure that houses perhaps the most valuable artifact that may ever be found in the archipelago. I was only able to gather together scraps of information on this little beauty, but it would appear to be an amulet of some kind. From what I can tell, blessed by an ancient god, possibly of light or sun. Here, look at this drawing. And he pushes a piece of parchment towards you. It's clearly a wax rubbing, clearly taken from either a piece of stone or cast bronze, you would say. And it depicts a male figure, adorned with an amulet that appears to emanate some form of light, represented by very kind of blocky, angular beams emanating from the object. And this is where you come in. I need a team, skilled, discreet, unaffiliated, to go and retrieve this amulet. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be easy. There will most likely be traps and puzzles to resolve, and that's assuming you make it through the jungle without becoming lunch. Of course, you will be amply rewarded, 10,000 gold pieces each if you can locate and access the site. If you find the artifact, we'll negotiate a reward when you return. Fair?
I think that sounds great. What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, how much do you say, boss? 10,000 each?
10,000 each.
Oh. He says, wiping away down his front all the pina colada that he's just spat down himself.
Ernest adjusts his glasses, going, oh my, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Yes. I suppose we could, yeah, I mean, why not?
Well, I don't know, boss. That's a lot of money. What's everybody else thinking?
I'm thinking that it's too much money to say no to. Yes, that's what you're going to say. Yes.
Are you trying to tell me that you want to say yes?
Yes, I want to say yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Ernest, you're saying yes too. Yes, there's lots of money.
Yes, a lot of money. You can do a lot of things with that. Is there any more information you can give us, Marlowe? Is that all we've got? Just the rubbing and the map?
So there are a great many papers he spread across the table, and coming from a more kind of scholarly background, looking at them, you can see that they're kind of references of text, where he's pulled out particular lines and drawn like markers on them. This is very much just everything. You would assume it's the majority of what he's got. So for context, you would all know this, but Ireland is known as the cradle of secrets. So the island that you're currently on is called Ireland. It is known, or has the moniker, the cradle of secrets. And the vast majority of the island is covered in a thick, deep jungle. There's only one town. That's the town you're currently in, the town of Brint. And yeah, it's well known. So Brint is well known for its renowned marketplace, its diverse population, and as an absolute haven for treasure seekers. There are all sorts of mysteries, wonders, secrets, and treasures hidden within the jungle. And the main kind of commerce, the main kind of trade is the treasure trade. People here dive deep into the jungle to find items, to bring them back and sell them on for profit. Marlowe is himself quite an eminent figure in the town. It's an open secret, something that people don't really talk about, but is well known to anyone who is a local resident or has been here for a number of years, such as yourselves, that the entire town is divided into factions. Brint and Ireland is unique in the sense that there is no seat of power, there is no city mayor, there is no lord. It is its own system of ruling. And here, historians are key. Historians and scholars. They hold the power because when you go adventuring in the jungle, if you don't have the information and the knowledge of where to look, it gets very, very difficult. So the factions in the town have been built around the various different eminent historians. Marlowe is one of them, but he is unique in the fact that he is neutral. He doesn't take a side, and he prefers to hire unaffiliated adventurers to do the work for him, rather than risk tangling with the politics of the other factions.
Do we know much about the other factions here? Are there any notable ones that we'd be aware might be after the same sort of thing?
From what Marlowe is saying, you wouldn't be aware of whether this information is available publicly. This seems to be something that Marlowe has found on his own. So you get the sense that this is probably not something widely known.
Okay, that's good. So, have you got a map for us, Marlowe? Are you sending us somewhere? Are you going to have something? You've got to have something more, right?
Well, it's not much to go on. He unrolls from his scroll case. He unrolls a larger map. This one is probably the size of a sheet of A3, and it shows or depicts a bird's eye view of the island. On it, you can see the town marked up, and you can see another marker deep within the jungle. Points to it. This here is the rough area where I reckon that this temple is. It's got to be somewhere in that vicinity. It's going to be a long trek, easily 2-3 days there and the same back. And as you know, in the jungle there aren't any paths. You have to make your own way. So I can't really give much more direction than that. If I could get there easily and I knew where it was, I'd go myself.
And you just want this amulet, this sun amulet. You want that, right? And the rest of it is ours. And then you give us lots of money, right?
Yes.
Oh, that seems awfully good. What do you think? Is it worth the money?
Well, it's a lot of money, boss. Am I gonna need to bash anything?
Marlowe looks at you. Quite possibly.
Oh. Okay. Well, I've got nothing better to do, I guess. What do you guys want to do?
Being as we've taken on this sort of work before, does this seem like an extraordinary high amount to be paid for it?
Make me an insight check with advantage.
Insights with advantage.
Lovely face. Pulled a lovely face just then.
That'd be highest I rolled there was a 7.
Oh,
With a 2, so that's gonna be 9. Woo!
get you.
Yeah.
Almost
okay.
did double digits.
So, for an unaffiliated group, which you are, you have no real connections or form or kind of foundations with any of the factions in the city. This is high. This is quite high for a group who doesn't have any political alignment. You are mostly unaware of what goes on behind closed doors with the aligned treasure hunters, but you would probably say that they get paid quite highly by their individual factions. It is an incredibly competitive market. Some of the treasures which have been pulled out of this jungle have had extraordinary effects and have sold for incredible amounts of money. And this is why so many people keep on coming to Arlant's shore, to Brint, to put their future and bet their future on finding a fortune. But yes, for a group your size and with no affiliation, this is quite a lot of money.
Well,
but not unreasonably high. Not like too good to be true high.
You don't get that feeling.
Okay. Yeah, so Ernest will look at everyone else. Well, yes, I suppose it's. If we don't take the job, then I suppose one of those other brokers will farm it out if they get wind of it. So, strike while the iron's hot.
Oh, well, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, I got to agree with that. And let's face it, we've been sat around here for, well, quite some time now. It's probably about time we got some more income, and that's quite a lot of money.
Yes.
That's a lot of money, actually.
Yes, Herbert. Yes, it's a bit of time outside and a bit of exercise. Moon will do you some good. You're getting a little puffy around the midriff.
Herbert sits up and just on his tummy.
Oh, I'm a fine figure of a half-orc, I am. I keep myself quite trim. Don't know what you mean.
I'm just saying, a little bit of exercise will be good for us all.
Just rude.
I'm saying that to his belly button.
Yeah, as Herbert looks down across over the table at him and pulls a bit of a face. He readjusts his jaw from left to right so his half-orc teeth kind of like wibble left and right a little bit.
Just saying, it does all some good.
Okay, Marlowe, when do we need to go and do this thing?
Well, preferably as soon as you're ready to. As far as I'm aware, this information is between the four of us. I haven't brokered this job out to anyone else. I may do if it doesn't get completed quickly enough. However, I'd rather not do that. I prefer having people I can trust.
Of course. You can definitely trust us. Definitely trust us. Yes. We could go right away, couldn't we? Could we go right away?
I'd need to go into town and just pick up some bits. I don't think I want to be going into the jungle without bits.
Yes, you want to look after your bits. Yes.
Bits are very important, boss.
Yes, all the bits are important. Yes. Should we go and get them? Should we go and do that now?
Okay, we'll do that then.
Thank you, Marlowe.
And Herbert will pick up his tankard and slurp the last bit of his pina colada. And he's going to think to himself, it's nice, but it's not as nice as the mead that he usually brews at home.
Okay.
But he didn't have to pay for it, so he downs it and then sort of slaps his tankard back on the table.
Okay. Excellent. So you're all going to make your way into town? Okay. So
Just as we're leaving, I might sort of let Herbert go ahead, just nudge Ernest. You know, if he was any more trim, he'd be able to fit more than one of us in that belly of his.
Well, yes.
Does Herbert hear this?
Maybe.
You'd have to make me a perception check.
A perception check.
Or actually, no. No. What's
no?
your passive perception?
13.
Okay, so you've got a reasonably high passive perception. Were you saying this in kind of like a whispering manner, or was it... I mean, you were definitely holding back, so you weren't wanting him to hear, yeah?
No, but
No.
we've known each other for a long time, so it's a little bit in jest, and if he hears, I'm not too concerned.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you'll probably catch the tail end of that, Herbert.
Okay, he'll just like turn around, look over his shoulder and go,
Huh. Come on, Shorty. Keep up.
I'm trying.
I wasn't talking to you.
I was going to say, which one are you talking to?
Okay. So as you make your way through the town, you come across some of the more recognisable locations, key locations. Things like the docks, a vast series of wooden piers where ships from across the archipelago dock. The area is always busy with loading and unloading of goods, and you can see that again another ship has just arrived and begins to start offloading goods. You have the Salty Mass Tavern, which is right by the dockside, a lively establishment frequented by sailors, merchants and adventurers. And then there's other areas. So you see Marlowe's shop, Marlowe's Map Emporium. It's currently closed up, most likely because he's still sipping on a pina colada at the Cask of Coconuts. And you also can hear the lively bustle of Brint Market, an open-air bazaar selling exotic fruits, spices and other goods from across the islands. You are able to do a spot of shopping now. I'll give you kind of 5 minutes to review what you want to buy. Everything's standard from the PHB. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to take a look.
Okay.
Thank you.
The first thing that occurs to me, although there's a couple of items I don't need, such as rations, is that you've mentioned there's lots of jungle. Is there any
Yes.
sort of ointment that local adventurers can buy as they're moving into those jungles that might perhaps
Lemon balm.
stop the mosquitoes devouring us? Any sort of leech repellent would be nice.
Leech repellent.
Leech
lovely.
repellent. Yeah, there is a said fantasy ointment. It's readily available. It's something which almost every single shop sells, and the woman who invented this product in her kitchen, as the story is famously told, was a centaur. Centaurs are well known for being wise and knowledgeable, and it was in her kitchen where she used to brew this ointment, and gradually she expanded it into an empire. She has a monopoly on the market here, and the product is called Brint Anti-Bite.
And how much would this cost us to use for, should we say, a 10-day journey, just in case?
Yeah. So it does depend on what you're buying and kind of what scent you're going for. It's been widely popularised, and derivatives have been made. So you can buy lemon scented, you can buy grass scented. There's a whole variety of scents you can buy to your preference and sizes. So you can get a little kind of roll-on tube. It's in a little wooden case which you twist the bottom. It squeals horrifically, but you can daub it on and do it that way. You can get it in a little pot, a little jar. But if you're going for kind of the bare minimum of 10 days ointment, you're probably looking at a silver piece.
I shall make sure I pick up enough for my companions as well, because I know what they're like when they get grouchy.
I wonder what scent or flavour he's going to pick for me. I guess we'll find out. Candy floss.
Burnt orange, why not?
Okay. Yeah. It's all your kind of classical kind of. If you think like when you go into a shop and you're buying like body wash, you get like tea tree and mint, raspberry, lemon, cinnamon, like marshmallow. Yeah, it's that kind of. It's that kind of range.
I shall find something nice for them,
colada.
whatever I know their favourites are, given we've probably been this way before.
Mead.
Honey, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to pick up 3 sticks of Brint Anti-Bite. Again, very, very easy to find. Every single shop will sell a range of products from the Anti-Bite range. Okay, so Is anyone else picking anything up?
I think I would like to see if Herbert can find a roll of string, maybe some medium tensile string, either a 10 metre or 20 metre little ball of string, perhaps.
Yeah, you'd be able to find some string.
Okay. How much would he pay for that?
2 copper.
Okay, thank you. Right, yeah, he'll purchase some of that.
Okay.
Do you want the entire list of everything else that he's purchased?
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying anything, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to buy. Sorry, how was it? 10 metres, did you say?
Yes, that's what you said.
10 metre ball of string. He's going to pick up a grappling hook, a miner's pick, a net, and a dagger, because he doesn't have one of those. Some oil, a dice set, pitons, 4 of those, some playing cards, 2 empty pouches, some chalk, and 2 sacks. That's everything that he's going to pick up.
Okay. Is Gonner and Ernest going to pick up anything else?
Yes, it's more of a matter of what Ernest can carry, because he doesn't possess a backpack, and neither can he afford one. So I think we will keep it to a water skin,
Okay.
which hopefully can hook on his belt. Oh no, I'll tell you what it will be. You'll buy a sack for 1 copper piece.
Yep.
Yeah, and in that he will put a lamp and some oil, a bedroll, and a water skin, please.
Okay. Yep. You can pop those into the sack.
Yep, and sort of just flick it over his shoulder. That will be.
Dick Whittington style.
And
Okay.
Gonner's-
Did you have some
Sorry?
Did you have some beans that you exchanged for your cow as well?
Gonner is going to do something quite similar. He's bought himself a sack to sling over his shoulder, and into that he's going to put a few items that he'll look for and purchase. Wanting some iron spikes and a small hammer, a flask of oil, a water skin, a good 10 days worth of rations. Definitely worth it, and I'd recommend to the others they probably do the same. And a little thing he might just clip to his belt, a small bag of caltrops, just in case.
Okay. Excellent. So you're happy with everything you've got? Nothing else you want to pick up while you're in town?
No, he's
Good.
he's already got an explorer's pack that contains the basics. So yeah, no, that's everything for Herbert, I think.
I suppose I best grab some rations, just on a second thought.
If you need a little loan, I can help. I don't mind. I know you're good for it.
Oh, thank you very, very much. Yes, I should be all right, though. It's should have enough, just about. And yes, so
That's good. It's good.
have buy the appropriate amount of rations. How much did that figure out at?
They're 5 silver a day, so I spent 5 gold on them.
I can get 3 days worth.
I am.
No, just 3 days will do me.
Well, you need to lose some weight as well, I suppose. I won't say that. Sorry.
Oh, yes, that's quite. It's travel light. Why not?
You're travelling a lot later. You carry on doing that.
Yes, yeah. There should be plenty out in the plenty of forage and find. The jungle's bountiful of bits and pieces.
Yes. Whatever doesn't eat us, we can eat, I guess.
Herbert will have paid the shopkeeper in, which I assume was a general store that they've been in, and he's then going to clump his way out through the door. Not through the door, literally, he's going to open the door first and then clump out.
Way to make an exit.
Okay.
Indeed.
Right. So you make your way out of the shop. I'm going to take it that you begin to make your way to the jungle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whistling as
Yeah,
we go,
I guess.
but might be surreptitiously glancing behind to make sure we're not being followed, perhaps.
Okay. So you make your way out of the city. There aren't any kind of rules or kind of defences around the city. It just opens up into the jungle. So if you imagine the city is kind of like it's in a harbour, so you've got it's almost like a crescent-shaped city, and it very much kind of backs into the jungle, and the jungle it integrates. It kind of crosses over. You definitely get to a point where you've got kind of small little shacks built around the base of clusters of big trees, and it's a gentle integration with nature and city. From your previous expeditions into the forest, you know that you can walk into this forest and pretty quickly come across an established track. Whether that's a wildlife track or one that's been made from many treasure seekers before you using the same path, you were able to find a path quickly. So for purposes of adventuring, the first 3 hours distance from the city in the jungle, so the first 3 hours you travel in any direction, is classed as kind of well-worn terrain. This is an area where lots of people travel through. It's frequently stomped over. Everything that could possibly be found has been found in this area, and there's a good deal of beautiful locations, hot springs, pools, cascading waterfalls. There are beautiful locations which are visited frequently by people for relaxation and downtime activities. But that's kind of like the first 3 hours of forest in any direction you travel.
Okay.
So you have a map with a location. It's located to the north of the city, and it's pretty much in the centre of the island itself. You can make me... So have you got a marching order, or are you kind of spreading out? Are you all going in the same kind of line, single file? How are you travelling?
If the path only allows single file traffic, I suppose it'd have to be, but if...
Otherwise, a bit more casual, perhaps.
Bit more casual. Yeah, so it's not a kind of like a super set path. The path is wide. People have obviously walked up and down here. These paths are very, very well worn in, and you can divert off the path and walk around a tree if you need to. So you can all make me a survival check, please.
Ah.
Oh no.
Okay, so that is a 12 plus 3 for Herbert for a 15.
Nice, okay.
12 plus a 2 for Ernest, which is a 14.
Okay.
And Gunnar got a 5 plus 1 for 6.
Excellent. Loving it. So Gunnar, perhaps you're a bit more affected by those couple of pina coladas you had a bit more affected than you thought. But Herbert, you're pretty solid in the knowledge of where you're going. You're able to walk both Gunnar and Ernest through these well-worn paths. Occasionally, Ernest, you perhaps wander off to go down the path which you thought was the correct direction, and Herbert, no, not that direction. It's the wrong path. But yeah, so with Herbert helping along, you're able to kind of navigate through the first 3 hours of the journey with ease. There's some recognisable locations. You recognise places where you've perhaps been before while adventuring. And yeah, those first 3 hours go quietly. So, we're probably hitting about 1 o'clock now in the day. You've been travelling for a good long while, and it is hot and humid. The sun is very strong on Ireland. So the climate that you're currently operating in is almost the perfect idyllic example of a tropical rainforest. The island itself experiences constant high temperatures with minor seasonal variation, and has never in its history experienced drought due to the high precipitation that occurs. It hasn't yet rained in the day, though you would expect it to rain at some point, perhaps later on in the afternoon. And these short bursts of rain, because of the humidity and the heat, they evaporate off very quickly, producing thick fogs which coat the forest.
So it always feels like we're walking through mizzle, perhaps.
Not currently. Not at the moment. But yes, it's hot, and if anyone's wearing... Has anyone got, like, armour on?
Oh, hells no. Not in this environment.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
In fact,
Okay.
Herbert is actually mostly bare-chested. He has a loose shirt over, but it's open at the front. It's just tied in a knot at his waist, so his chest is sort of bare.
Okay. Excellent. I'm just getting, like, cowgirl crop top vibes. I don't know why.
Well, it is kind of like that, I suppose. But not crop top.
Chaps.
I don't know about the chaps.
Just chaps.
Yeah. Lovely, says a picture. Mankini.
Oh, God.
No. Jesus Christ, no.
Distant cousin of Borat.
Or Keedy.
So, I mean, probably as you're travelling along, you will encounter other adventurers, treasure seekers. It's a respectful kind of... unless you're really hunting the same prize, it's almost like an unspoken rule that if you're not hunting the same prize, you don't interfere in each other's business. So you pass a group of adventurers who are clad a bit more heavily in leathers and in hide armour, and you can hear one audibly complaining and tugging at the neckline of his armour, complaining about the heat and the chafing.
That'll be the
Yeah.
chaps.
Yeah. Okay. So the first 3 hours have gone very smoothly. You're now kind of 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Is there anything that you're doing at this point?
Is there a kind of an unspoken thing where people tend to take a siesta on the way through during the heat of the day? Do people tend to stop and rest for a bit before carrying on?
Yeah, I mean, it might be something that you would do as a group. It does get incredibly hot with the strength of the sun, but you are also shaded because there are big canopies overhead, preventing the majority of the sun reaching the jungle litter. But again, it is still muggy, it's still humid. It might be that, you want to kind of take a break now. Yeah. It's a bit different in the city. So Brint experiences very strong offshore winds. So with the winds kind of blowing the humidity and the heat away, people don't really tend to pack up or take a siesta at kind of midday or the early afternoon. But if you're in the jungle, if you want to take a break, you are more than welcome.
Would my companions have a slower movement speed than myself? I mean, obviously I would know that, but are they travelling slightly slower than I would be?
What's your walking speed?
Maybe 30.
35.
Right.
Keep up.
So yes, we would be walking slower because you two like running around everywhere, and actually Connor prefers to be slightly more leisurely at 25.
Okay. Good to know.
Please don't leave me behind.
I would imagine that the heat is quite sapping at this point, especially it's the hottest part of the day if it's very humid, until the rains come, and I would imagine the humidity will go through the roof at that point. Does anybody want to stop for a bit?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, right. And I think Herbert would find the next quite large smooth trunk tree and just plop himself down at the roots of it, just lean his back up against it so that Gonner can have a bit of a rest.
Okay. So you're going to take a short rest, spend an hour doing short rest?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So in that hour of downtime, is there anything that anyone is doing in particular?
Yeah, I think Herbert would just slip his arms out of his sleeves and just leave it tied around his waist. And, he is a barbarian, so he's kind of built up a little bit at the top, and he's going to get some oil out of his bag, and he is going to make himself look like a heroic barbarian by slathering some oil on himself and oiling up and looking nice and shiny. He's looking after his skin. Got to keep it well oiled.
Please tell me he's using
lamp
baby oil.
I was going to say, is it lamp oil?
He's not bothered. It's oil. He'll use whatever's there. Yeah. He's got
Butter
lamp
later
oil.
if he
That's
runs
what
out.
I just get the image of him turning to the pair of you and going, "Can you do my back?" Okay, so you coat yourself in oil. Whether that was a particularly wise decision or not shall be seen.
It's got to be done.
Okay, so besides the half-orc oiling himself up...
Dear me. Is there any, or have we passed any water sources where I could fill a water skin?
Yeah, there are quite a few small rivers, small streams trickling through the forest, winding their way round tree trunks, kind of dipping between roots. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the standing water, so you can see standing water pooled in like hollows of trees. You'd say probably best not to touch that, but the running water you'd say is probably fine. So yeah, you can fill up a water skin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what Ernest will do.
Okay.
And Gonner will take full advantage of the situation, being that experienced adventurer type, and will take every possible moment to nap when he can.
Okay. Yeah. So you have
What's the floor around the tree like? Is it sort of like a barky? Is it kind of like dirt? Is it what's on the floor?
So it's jungle litter. So you'll have kind of a soft, loamy floor, maybe a couple of large waxy leaves smattered across it. Not much in the way of kind of twiggy or bark. It's all very much just kind of soft loam.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So you spend some time relaxing, recuperating, oiling yourself up. I'm going to assume that you've used the Brint anti-bite.
Absolutely.
If we've been given it, then yes, Herbert would thank Gonner for that. Apply it over the top of his nice oiling, and then re-don his adventurer's vest and backpack over the top.
Sounds terrific. Okay.
It's a hell of an image.
It's just the oil stain is going to be really hard to get out of that.
I imagine by
He
now
doesn't care.
the adventurer's jerkin just smells of oil.
Yeah, he's single. Yeah, he doesn't have
You're not kidding.
a partner of any description or persuasion.
Okay. So you spend the hour's downtime recuperating, make sure you've got some supplies to hand, oiling yourself up, all amidst a beautiful lush green setting. You can hear the sounds of tropical birds and parrots overhead, flying and flitting around the canopies. In the far off distance you can hear the hooting of apes and other primates. And yeah, it's a gorgeous tropical setting. So after the hour's up, we're now looking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I take it you're going to start making your way back through, continue on your journey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're now transitioning into the less travelled areas. The paths slowly taper off into nothingness. They start disappearing, they become fewer until eventually you haven't got a path at all. So everyone make me a survival check, please.
Okay.
Uh-oh. And that will be 4,
Excellent.
which was a 3 to the modifier. A perfect natural 1 for just Herbert.
So you've got a nat one, okay.
I have. Hell yeah.
Ernest rolled an 18 with a +2, making it 20.
Lovely.
And Ghana has got a
Got a-
17 plus 1, so 18.
Okay. So
Got a glint of sunlight off the oil on his arm and blinded himself.
okay. So that check will last you until you choose to have another rest, whenever that may be. So, travelling through the jungle, is there anything in particular you want to do while you're travelling, or what kind of time are you going to travel till?
What time does everybody want to keep walking until? Do you just want to go until it's dark, or what do you want to do?
Yes, I suppose when it gets dark would be the good idea, yes. Stop then.
Yes, yes,
Make
yes.
fire, make camp.
Fantastic, fantastic. Good idea.
Okay.
Okay, so just trudge on then.
So, you continue on your journey through the jungle. The first half an hour passes quickly and quietly. Again, these kind of gentle tropical sounds. You can hear water flowing in the distance. And yeah, it's just generally quite pleasant. You don't get bothered by bugs, although you can hear them buzzing around. But they're sufficiently beaten back by the anti-bite that you have applied. So, continuing on through the day, I'm going to roll another couple of checks, see if anything happens on the journey.
Okay.
So, a 16. Okay, nice. So, Rikh, can you roll me a d20, please?
I have a 10.
A 10. Excellent. So, as you are travelling through the foliage on the floor, like most jungles, it's very atypical. You don't have a lot of ground floor growth. It's mostly all kind of stratified canopies, so the light doesn't reach the floor. You're not going to get a load of foliage. You will have things like lianas and other almost parasitical plants which leech off the tree's trunks, so large ferns, things like that, feeding off the trees, providing a form of kind of foliage on the lower level. As you're walking, it's probably about 3 o'clock, 3:30 maybe in the afternoon, you become aware of a high-pitched buzz that is resonating throughout the jungle. Ahead of you, a mass of tiny black and yellow insectile creatures fills the air. The remnants of 2 large wasp nests lie broken across the floor.
Oh god.
And as the creatures notice your appearance, you become the target of their ire.
Shit.
So, you can all roll initiative.
Ah. You picked this deliberately because I absolutely loathe wasps.
Okay, so we got some numbers.
Yeah.
So Ghana has an 18 plus 2 for 20.
Nice, okay.
Ernest has a 10 plus 4, which would be 14.
Excellent.
And Herbert has a 6 plus 1, which is a whole 7.
Excellent. And we have a 10, 11, an 11 and a 12. Okay, so first up in the round is Goner. What are you going to do?
So thinking bees, smoke, hoping that they react the same way, he is immediately going to think through his list of available options and throw a firebolt, just summoning the flames in his hand and literally throwing it at this swarm of wasps coming across.
Okay, excellent. So you are a sorcerer with a wild magic background, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Which means, I believe, we have to roll on a table.
Anytime casting a spell, so after casting a spell, we roll a d20, and on a 1 on the d20, then we get a wild magic surge.
Okay, excellent. So you are casting this spell, and we'll deal with the spell first. Is that a roll to hit?
So yeah, the firebolt has a spell attack modifier of +5, and we're going to roll a 19. Wow, I love this dice today. 24.
Ooh, 24.
Go.
24 will most certainly hit, yes.
Take that. And and I even get a 10 on the d10, so we are looking at 10 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, so you cast a bolt of fire, this stream of fire, which strikes into this amalgamated swarm. They are, enraged. You hear the buzzing increase in pitch, and the swarm almost kind of splits away, dancing out the way of the flames, but some of them are scorched and do fall to the ground.
Hearing how angry they are, Connor will start swearing and make his way behind the nearest tree. Well, the furthest away tree from the swarm.
Okay, excellent. So, next up in the round is Ernest. Punch a wasp.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is that possible?
What, you can deck a wasp? Yeah. You get all monkey with it and then, open-handed.
Or am I going full Mr. Miyagi with a set of chopsticks here? Okay, yeah, he will bounce on in and with using his 2 attacks, which I believe is correct, but I don't have to use a key point for that. So yeah, I will try and make 2 unarmed attacks at said swarm.
Okay, so roll to hit.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 16. We'll add 6 to it, so that's a 22 and a 10 on the second attack.
Okay, so the first one will hit. The second one misses.
Okay, a swing and a miss. Okay, so we'll go for. I rolled a 1, which is 1 plus 4, so we'll go for 5 points of damage, please, on that first attack.
Okay, so 5 points of damage. Nice. Okay, yeah. So I mean, you bounce on in and you go open palm, you full on decking.
I think I'm sort of just going for like hands together, sort of trying to clap in the middle, trying to smush them.
Yeah, I mean, your first clap, you get some of them, you get some of these wasps and you squish them and they fall to the ground as you open your hand. The second swipe you take, they've grown a bit clever to this, and the swarm separates and you end up just kind of clapping nothing. Okay.
Fair enough.
So is that where you're ending your turn?
Yeah, I believe so. I've used my movement, I've used my action. Yeah, we'll go for that, please.
Okay, nice. So next up in the turn is part 1 of the swarm. Okay, the swarm, part 1, is going to attempt to sting you. So, with a 17 plus 3 for a dirty 20, will that hit?
Will that hit Ernest?
Yes.
It most certainly will.
Okay, so that will deal, ouch, 4d4 points of damage.
Ow.
With a 4, 5, 6, 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, the swarm is angrily buzzing about you now, and they are going for it. The swarm part 2 rolls a 14 plus 3 for a 17. Will that hit?
17 just beats the AC, yes, that's a hit as well, please.
Yeah. Okay, so the swarm part 2 will deal. Come here. 2, 4, 5, 9 points of damage
Ooh.
Okay.
as they surround you.
Yeah, and ow, 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 ow.
Yep. End of the round, Herbert.
Oh. Herbert will look to his left and look to his right. He'll look from his great axe to his hand axes, look at the swarm and think, this is kind of not going to work. So instead, he's reaching a little bit further around to his backpack and he's pulling out his hand shovel because it has a wider base. And he is going to swing at this swarm in front of him.
Right, okay, I'm going to say at this point the swarm are currently surrounding. They are in the same area as Ernest.
In that case, Ernest is right next to me, is he?
But
No, so
will
Ernest-
that not matter with my halfling nimbleness? So I
Well,
can
I'm taller.
occupy
I'm
through
taller than
spaces.
him, aren't I? So, I think what I would say is, I'll take a 5-foot step away from. Can I take a 5-foot step away from both of my little friends?
No. So, well, hold your horses. So, at the start of the round, Goner moved behind a tree a little way away, and
Yep.
Ernest moved up towards the swarm, which was about 20 foot away.
Oh, okay. In
And
that case,
Ryan, the halfling nimbleness, where you can occupy another space, is kind of for the purposes of non-combat movement, or kind of when you're moving through space, rather than you're occupying the same space as you know someone else is trying to hit. Okay.
right. In that case, Herbert will move forward towards the swarm because he can see what's happening to his friend, and he's not happy about poor Ernest getting stung like he is. He's going to move up towards the swarm, but to give himself enough space away from Ernest so that he doesn't clatter Ernest, he will pull the shovel after looking at his weaponry, pull the shovel off his side and take a massive swing, and he's going to do like a 360 swing on the spot all the way round with this shovel, the flat of the shovel.
What are you trying to hit?
The wasps.
Yeah, they are surrounding him. They are in the same space as him. If you hit the wasps, you're gonna hit Ernest.
Alright, okay, whatever.
Is he not short enough that she can swing over his head and catch enough of them?
That's what I said, yeah.
Okay, is that what you're going for? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you know what, let's go for it. Roll to hit.
Okay.
And because it
How
is
am I
an
rolling?
because it is an improvised weapon, you do not add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay, so it's going to be just a straight +4. Okay, yeah, cool. That's an 11 + 4, which is a 15 to hit.
15 will hit, yes. Roll damage, please. So
What damage am I
a-
doing with a shovel?
So a d6 plus your strength.
A D6 plus strength. Okay. So that's a 2 on the die plus a 4 for my strength mod. That's a 6 in total. 6 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, so end of the round. Top of the round, Goner.
I'm going to look around the tree, hoping that my companions have already dealt with these wasps. Seeing that they haven't, I'm going to try and contribute with another firebolt and hope I don't hit my friend.
Okay, so roll to hit.
So 3 on the dice roll plus 5 is 8, which probably indicates
Yeah.
some poor trees getting scorched.
No, an 8 is not going to hit, and you do indeed scorch a tree. Can you roll me on the wild magic table, please, as well?
I got an 8.
An 8, so you're fine. Okay.
And then I shall hide behind my tree again, because these wasps are scaring me.
Okay, so next up, Ernest.
Okay, so Ernest, being covered now in a number of red welts and
Yeah.
spots, will release a flurry of blows. Half an attack and half sort of a panicked waving about of the arms, just trying to get the blighters away.
Okay.
So that will be 3 unarmed attacks.
Go
in
for it.
succession.
Roll to hit.
Okay, we go 3 rolls. I assume I roll for all 3 of them separately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me do some quick maths. Oh, these look good. Okay, so the first one is going to be a 17, and the next one, and they're all higher than a 17. Do I need to get higher?
They will all hit.
Brilliant.
Okay,
Okay.
so roll me some damage.
Okay, so I believe the modifier attack goes to each attack. So with a modifier of 4, that's 12 off the bat.
Yes.
Yeah. And then 3d4s, which is that's very good. That's a 4, a 4, a 2, and a 3.
Okay.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 12.
Okay.
And
Nice.
there's more.
But wait, there's more.
If I do a flurry of blows, I can use the open hand technique for them to make a DC 15 strength check or be pushed 15 foot back.
Ooh.
Hopefully, if that fails, I want to push them out of Herbert's way so he can have an attack of opportunity on the way past.
Okay, well, let's roll for it. So it's DC 15 strength, you said?
Strength saving throw, yes, please.
Okay, so... 12 minus 4 is only going to be an 8, so yes, they do get pushed back. Leaving the threatened square will indeed provoke an attack of opportunity from Herbert. So, Herbert, you can make me an attack of opportunity. Yeah, Rikh?
5e rules. Again, unless you're going to introduce it otherwise, force movement doesn't trigger attacks of opportunities.
Thank you.
Does it not? Okay, fair show.
That is also my idea, though, so maybe.
Okay. Okay, yep, so no, so that won't trigger an attack of opportunity. Okay, so,
Okay,
is that the end of your turn?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so next up we have Swarm Part 1. Swarm Part 1 will... They've been pushed back 15 foot. They will again fly up into your grill. And with a... Can't read the die. A 6 plus 3, a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit, no.
Okay, and the second part of the swarm will fly up into Herbert's grill.
Ooh.
So, with an 18 plus 3 for 21.
Yes, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
Lovely.
Funny enough.
Very strange, that.
Okay, so that is going to hit, so you get 4d4 points of damage. And let's roll for that. So that is a 1, 4, 5, 9 points of damage to you as you get stung by the wasps.
That's all you get from him.
So, that's the end of their turn. Herbert, you're up next.
So how far are the swarm from me now? They got pushed back, didn't they? So where are they?
They flew up and you are now inside the swarm.
Oh, bugger! Right. He's going to literally swing. He is going to do another 360 swing with his arm fully extended all the way round with the back of this shovel.
Okay, so roll to hit.
On to hit. Uh-oh. That was a 4 plus a 4 for a whole 8.
Yeah, no, an 8's not going to hit. You just swing around in a circle and you are not hitting anything. You've probably got the blade of the shovel turned on its side, so you're just kind of cutting through the air rather than trying to sweep them with the broadside. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
I can't really retreat. I don't think I can do anything else. I only get the one attack, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah, no. I think I'm going to get cross, and I think I'm going to rage.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yay!
She did it. Woo. Okay, so yeah, you begin a rage.
I do.
What's the action there?
Well, I think he's just going to go "Ugh!" really angry. He's going to pull his arm back with this shovel. Look at the shovel to make sure there's no holes in his shovel. And he's just preparing that from, for his next turn, I think.
Okay, right, that's fine. Cool. So, top of the round. Goner, what are you going to do?
Peek around the side of my tree again and
Yep.
see my two embattled companions. I would try and help Herbert, I really would, but I'm slightly concerned that if I miss my firebolt, he's just going to be hurting a lot more due to that oil. So I'm going to try and throw one at Ernest instead.
Okay, so you cast a firebolt at the wasp surrounding Ernest, so roll to hit.
Yeah, it's a grand total of 4 + 5 and 9.
9 is not going to hit. Can you roll me d20, please?
That's a 14. No ones.
Okay, you're fine. Excellent. So, again, you scorch another tree. You don't hit anything. It goes wide over the top, perhaps being a bit too cautious about trying not to hit Ernest.
Get him, guys! Get him! Go! Use the flat of it! No, that way! And I shall then disappear back behind the tree.
Okay, so next up, Ernest in the swarm. What are we
In the
doing?
swarm. He's just use action, bonus action for 2 unarmed attacks. Just how are the swarms looking? Are they thinning out at all?
Yeah, I mean, they have thinned out considerably. There are several very persistent ones left. But yeah, they have slimmed significantly. I mean, you're standing on kind of crunchy wasp corpses on the floor at the moment. And if they're not dead on the floor, they've lost their wings and they're just kind of crawling around.
Okay, rightio. Yeah, so action, bonus action for 2 attacks, please.
Go, go, go.
Okay, that's going to be a 21 and a 17, please.
Both will hit, yes. Roll me the damage.
Okay. So that's going to be that one and that one. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, please.
11 points of damage. Nice, okay. So yeah, you take a good couple of swipes at these wasps and there's only a couple left buzzing around. They're very persistent, but there are only a couple of them left buzzing around. Okay, so the remainders of the wasps buzzing around are going to amalgamate into a single swarm of 5 wasps. So, it's less of a swarm and more of a house party of wasps.
A gaggle.
A buzz.
It's like a mini air force, isn't it?
Here. Okay. Natural 20.
Oh, God.
4d4.
Who's this hitting, by the way?
You'll find out in a fucking second.
All right, DM.
3,
Here comes the ardent air force.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage. Doubled, 26, plus modifiers. There aren't any modifiers. So, these 5 remaining wasps band together like a really shit orchestra. And they come flying directly at Rikh. Make me a roll on a d6.
Who?
Ryan, odd or even?
We'll go even.
Even. Rikh, roll it.
Okay.
Even.
3.
It's odd. So, the house party of wasps flies directly at you, Herbert. And with the full viciousness that only a couple of spiteful wasps could show, they sting you, dealing 26 points of damage. They get some really, really nasty locations. One gets inside your shirt, stings inside your armpit, Ouch. You get one down your trousers, it stings through your thigh. They are everywhere, like right in the corner of your jaw as well. They've properly gone for painful locations. You've got a sting behind your ear, on your eyelid. They have full spite stung you.
Wasps with a monk class.
I think
Flurry of
all the
stings.
others would. Yeah. I think all you would hear is just like, "Ah, bash! I'm gonna bash!" And that's all you're gonna see. He's gonna be just hopping around on the spot. And if there were any left crawling on the floor, I think she would have stamped on them.
Quite possibly, yeah. Okay, so, funnily enough, final one in the round. Herbert, what are you doing?
Apart from jumping up and down on, whatever is on the floor, I think. Question: What kind of damage was that?
Piercing.
Right, that would be half damage.
Okay.
So we're going to
take
have 13 back on. Okay, so I'll just put plus 13. I'll sort that out in a minute. I think he's going to go reckless on this because by this stage he is not happy.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to declare reckless, and he is going to go with this shovel again. He is getting wild with these, absolutely wild.
Okay, so, roll to hit.
That's 7 plus 4. Oh no, hang on, that's an 11, but I've got to roll again because I get advantage on attacks. That's even worse. That's a 9. I mean, he's just not on his A game right now.
Fucking hell. You whiff it. You absolutely whiff it. There are 5 wasps left, and you whiff it. Proper whiff it.
God. Oh dear. That's with advantage as well.
Are you doing anything else?
No, I mean, no. He's going to stand his ground because he's not one to run away, but he's not happy.
Okay, right. So, top of the round, Goner.
Seeing Ernest, Herbert's obvious distress, I'm going to step around the corner. I'm going to unleash something slightly stronger. I'm going to throw 3 magic missiles at these remaining wasps to try and stop them doing more damage.
Okay, so 3 magic missiles. They are auto hits, yeah?
They are D4 plus 1 with all 3 going at the same target. So.
Okay, so roll it.
I rolled a 2, so 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
And I'll just roll for the Wild Magic Surge as well. And a 14.
14, okay. So yeah, with that, you lean around the tree, cast your magic, you pew! Here's these little magic missiles go off. And yeah, you see the magic missiles spiral through the air, chasing the wasps down. And yeah, pop. Wasps are down. They're gone. They're dead.
I can just imagine those magic missiles going hunting inside your shirt to try and get those wasps that were avoiding you. Is that all of them? Is it safe?
It'd bloody better be. I'm stung everywhere. Bloody things.
I think you're the bloody thing. Sorry.
Oh, just look.
He's just slapping himself and rubbing himself because obviously it's stinging like hell.
Okay.
He's miserable. Herbert is now miserable.
Okay.
Ernest is equally covered in red marks and blemishes. He just gets his water skin out and just trying to sort of pat them, trying to cool them down a bit. He's just like, I thought this was going to be a good idea, but it's rather unpleasant.
Okay.
Is all you get from Herbert.
Looks very unpleasant. It doesn't look very nice at all. I mean, is it a bit sore? And I shall just poke one of the stings. I think.
Ow! Stop it! Takes out the Brint anti-bite and It's like, I think we might need something a bit stronger.
They weren't biting you, they were stinging you. We need to get some anti-sting.
Technicalities. It bloody hurts.
I would ask if you want some help, but I can see where some of those stings went.
Okay. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support the show, you can find us on Patreon, where you can access behind-the-scenes content. You can also join our Discord to chat with us, talk theories, and keep up with campaign news. Links to both are in the episode bio. The next episode will be out on Thursday, the 26th of February. We hope to see you there. Until then, keep rolling.
Hey there, this is John from Lizards and Locations.
And Cotton Candy!
We have a lot of campaigns we want you guys to check out, like Strixhaven, Syllabus of Shenanigans, Pillars of Creation, Roy, aka Roots of Yggdrasil, and Mass Effect, Broker Builder, Corporate Spy.
Ooh, sounds mysterious.
Kinda is, yeah. We also have one-shots, a lot of one-shots. We also have a little podcasting where we ramble. It's called Tavern Ramblings.
Whoa.
Where can you find us?
Oh my god, find us on Instagram, Mastodon, Hive, Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook. That's not what you meant to say.
It's not. No, I was actually saying, like, where can you see us? Where can you
Oh,
hear us?
find us on YouTube and Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts, like Podbean, Good Pods, I don't know, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, we also have a lot more content that we're going to be putting out through things like Patreon and Ko-fi.
Buy me a pizza.
That, sure. I'm making a whole new world called Dressinger,
Full of dressings?
full of dragons, but yeah, sure, we'll put that in the back pocket. When can they find us?
Oh my goodness, on a Wednesday in the middle of the week. That would be the third day of the 10 days?
There's no 10 days here, but that's regardless. Can we roll yet?